This episode explores a simple promise. Learn what flower teas mean in tradition, look at what light science actually says, and practice a calm, safe way to enjoy the ritual. It is educational only and not medical advice. It is not veterinary advice. Do not self-treat medical conditions with herbs. Do not give teas to pets. If you are pregnant, nursing, allergic, taking prescription medications such as blood pressure or blood-thinning medicines, or managing any condition, talk with a qualified clinician who knows your history before trying new botanicals. Keep diffusers and steamy cups away from cribs and pet beds. Keep portions mild. Keep curiosity high and expectations modest. Welcome to Episode 3 of Season 1. In Episode 1, we celebrated rare flowers with respect. In Episode 2, we redesigned risky plants into pet-safe lookalikes. Tonight we test a feeling. Do flower teas really work? Or does the ritual do most of the work? We will answer with honesty, care, and practical steps you can apply at home. Before any kettle sings, we agree on a method. Tradition gives us stories, custom, flavor rituals, and observations passed from families and healers. Science gives us lab measurements, small human studies, reviews that weigh limited evidence, and a way to say what we do not know. For this episode, we use a simple 4-step lens for each flower. First, what people traditionally do with it. Second, what Science-lite suggests or cannot support. Third, a safe home demo with mild ratios and clear stop signs. Fourth, the cautions that help you decide if the ritual is meant for you. We will keep language careful and avoid promises. We will talk about mood, sleep preparation, and sensory experience because those are honest, human targets for rituals. The tools are humble. A kettle that can heat water below boiling, a simple mug or heat-safe glass, a fine strainer, a kitchen scale or measuring spoon, a timer, and a notebook. Clean water matters. We keep ratios mild because quantity makes the biggest difference in how the body reacts. As a general pattern for flowers, start with 1 level teaspoon of dried material per 250 milliliters of hot water, infuse for 5 to 7 minutes, and taste. If you are sensitive, halve the amount and shorten time. Keep a log of date, flower, steep time, and 2 words about how you felt 30 minutes later. Logs beat memory and reveal patterns. Hibiscus arrives first because its color teaches as much as its taste. In kitchens around the world, dried hibiscus calyces steep into a ruby drink served hot or iced. Tradition says it feels cooling on a hot day, clears the mouth after heavy food, and settles a fast mood by giving the senses something vivid and steady to hold. The flavor is tart with a berry echo, and the color is striking. In Science-lite terms, hibiscus has appeared in small trials that examine blood pressure and metabolic markers. Findings vary by preparation, dose, and study design, and do not translate to blanket promises. For our purpose, hibiscus is a flavorful beverage with a big sensory payoff. Our safe demo is straightforward. Heat water just off a boil. Add a level teaspoon of dried hibiscus to a heat-safe cup. Pour 250 milliliters, cover, and steep 5 minutes. Strain, inhale, and sip slowly. If the tart edge is too strong, dilute with hot water, not sugar, so the signal remains steady. Cautions matter. If you take blood pressure medication, have kidney concerns, or are pregnant, this is a talk to your clinician first flower. Keep the cup away from pets. Do not offer sips to animals. The lesson is that color and temperature can move attention toward a calmer evening. Chrysanthemum follows with a softer light. In East Asian kitchens, dried chrysanthemum flowers make a pale golden infusion that people often describe as clear, floral, and gently cooling. It suits afternoons and bright rooms. Tradition surrounds it with language about clarity and balance. Science-lite does not offer big conclusions. Most evidence is culinary or preclinical. Our demo keeps things gentle. Use 1 level teaspoon of dried chrysanthemum in 250 milliliters of hot water below boiling. Steep for 5 minutes. Strain and enjoy the aroma. If you taste bitterness, you steeped too long, ease back by a minute next time. Cautions. Members of the aster family can trigger allergies in sensitive people. If you know you react to ragweed, marigold, or daisies, skip chrysanthemum or try a brief, cautious inhalation of steam above the cup without drinking. Do not share the beverage with pets and keep the cup out of reach. Used modestly, chrysanthemum offers clarity through temperature, light scent, and a gentle pause. Butterfly Pea arrives to satisfy the childlike scientist in everyone. In Southeast Asian kitchens, the dried blue flowers tint water a deep ocean hue. A drop of lemon or lime turns it purple. Tradition places this flower in celebrations, sweets, and twilight mood setting. Science-lite focuses mainly on color compounds and culinary uses. Data on human outcomes are sparse. For our demo, the aim is wonder, not treatment. Place a few blossoms in a clear mug, pour barely hot water, and watch blue bloom into the liquid. Add a teaspoon of lemon juice and see purple appear as the pH shifts. Sip as a light, occasional beverage if citrus agrees with you, or just enjoy the color shift as an evening cue. Cautions. If you are managing reflux, skip the citrus. If you are pregnant, keep this in the art and ritual lane and choose aroma or photo instead. And as with every drink here, keep mugs away from pets and children. The important lesson is that color and curiosity can redirect thought without making medical claims. Rose, specifically damask rose, brings an old-world calm. Rose petals and hydrosols appear in ceremony, perfume, celebratory foods, and care rituals. Tradition says rose steadies the breath, cools tempers, and encourages soft focus on the present moment. Science-lite explores these aroma, mood signals, and comfort frameworks. Findings are mixed and often small. For our purposes, rose is best as an aroma-forward ritual rather than an internal drink. Our demo uses a hydrosol or fragrant petals to create a steam moment. Place recently boiled water in a bowl. Add a teaspoon of culinary-grade rose hydrosol or a pinch of clean petals, and inhale from a safe distance with eyes closed for 30 seconds, then rest. If you have reactive skin or fragrance sensitivity, simply hold the bowl at arm's length and breathe normally without leaning in. Never use undiluted essential oil on skin or in eyes. Do not aerosolize oils in closed rooms with pets or infants. The point is not to flood the air. The point is to pair a whisper of rose with an exhale and a gentle shift in posture. Calendula contributes a bright marigold note for topical rituals. In folk traditions, calendula petals appear in warm rinses and compresses for skin exposed to wind and sun. The language is about comfort and wholesome care, not cure. Science-lite examines compounds and laboratory measures. Human evidence is modest and specific. For this episode, calendula belongs in the non-ingestion camp, useful as a gentle soak for tired hands after gardening. Our demo is simple. Place warm water in a bowl, add a small pinch of dried calendula, let it sit 4 minutes, and then soak clean hands for 2 minutes while you breathe slowly. Pat dry, notice the change, and move on. Cautions. People with aster family allergies should approach carefully or skip. Do not ingest during pregnancy. Keep petals away from pets. The purpose here is tactile comfort and attention, not a medical intervention. Passionflower, a climbing vine with elaborate blooms, carries a reputation for calm in folk traditions. People talk about evening teas and quiet breathing. Science-lite includes small human studies that look at sleep quality and anxiety measures, often with mixed formulas, modest sizes, and varying dosages. The honest version for this episode is restrained. A very mild infusion may feel soothing for some adults, largely through ritual, warmth, and focus. Our conservative demo uses a scant half teaspoon of dried passionflower in 250 milliliters of hot water for 3 minutes, then strain. Sit down, wrap your hands around the cup, inhale, take 2 small sips, and stop if you feel groggy. Cautions. Do not combine with sedatives or alcohol. Do not use before driving. Avoid during pregnancy, nursing, or if you have a history of liver issues. Consult a clinician for interactions. Pets should never be offered herbal teas. Treat Passionflower as a gentle signal to slow down. Blue Lotus appears last because the name is famous and expectations get loud. Ancient art celebrated Blue Lotus, and modern curiosity sometimes exaggerates claims. For our episode, we take a careful path. We do not ingest Blue Lotus, we do not recommend extracts, and we do not shop for mystery products online. What we do is a 5-minute photo and breath ritual that borrows the flower's visual language without asking it to be medicine. Place a photo of a blue water lily where you can see it from your chair. Dim the room, leave one warm lamp on, and set a 3-minute timer. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6, and let the eyes rest on the petal edges and the soft crown of yellow at the center. When the timer ends, drink plain water and notice if your shoulders lowered. The art is the point. The breath is the mechanism. The flower is the guide, not the drug. With the demos covered, we bundle them into a nightly routine that is friendly to households. Pick one beverage slot or one aroma slot, not both, to keep total stimulation low. Shut screens 15 minutes before the ritual, set the phone face down across the room, and let the kettle sound be the starting bell. Write a 3-line note, what you made, what it smelled like, and one feeling word. Keep lights warm and low, place pets in their own safe spot, and leave a window cracked for fresh air if weather allows. Repeat the same sequence for a week so your system learns the pattern. If a night already feels peaceful, skip the beverage and keep the breathing. To avoid common mistakes, commit 3 rules to memory. First, mild over more. Use small amounts, shorter infusions, and more water, when in doubt. Second, smell before swallow. If the aroma feels wrong, stop. The nose protects better than pride admits. Third, names over vibes. Look up the Latin name before buying. Common names can refer to different plants. Mark bright lines too. Do not mix herbal teas with prescription sedatives. Do not use botanicals to delay medical care. Do not give human teas to animals. Always store herbs in labeled jars away from heat and from kids and pets. Respect the line between a lovely ritual and a medical claim you are not qualified to make at home. It helps to understand why small, honest rituals can feel effective without overpromising. Heat relaxes muscles in the throat and chest. Breathing with longer exhales engages a natural braking system. Color marks the boundary between day and evening. Writing a note replaces scrolling and gives the brain a target beyond worry. None of these require a miracle plant, yet plants can be wonderful companions for them. In this frame, flower teas read as tools for attention and transition. Used this way, they can support sleep and mood by helping you do predictable, low-intensity things each night. That is honest, humble power. Let us gather the major cautions one more time so they are easy to remember. Avoid internal use during pregnancy and nursing unless a clinician approves. Be careful with any aster family allergies around Chrysanthemum or Calendula. Do not combine Passionflower with sedatives or alcohol, and treat grogginess as a stop sign. Keep Hibiscus away from blood pressure medication routines unless your clinician says otherwise. Skip Butterfly Pea as a drink if citrus worsens reflux. Visual rituals are valid on their own. Keep all botanicals away from pets, and never diffuse strong fragrances where animals or infants sleep. When in doubt, do less and breathe more. Because this is Episode 3, we also place it in the arc of the season. Episode 1 trained the eye on rare beauty while planting the seed of caution. Episode 2 redesigned risky plant choices into safer garden swaps. Episode 3 gives you a compact toolkit for tradition versus science that respects both sides and keeps households safe. Episode 4 will move from idea to test. We will run a 7-night, at-home comparison between lavender scent and jasmine scent for pre-sleep mood, using a pillow spray diluted to 2% and a simple, repeatable protocol. We will track breath rate, a few journal words, and wake-up mood without turning bedrooms into labs. It will be humble, honest, and useful. The call to action is specific because specific asks get real results. Share in the comments which flower you plan to try and why you chose it. Tell me whether you prefer a beverage, a steam compress, or a photo and breath routine. Tell me if you have pets and what safe boundaries you already use at home. If you are in the United States or Canada, add your region and whether your tap water tastes neutral or mineral-rich, because that changes how you extract flavor. I will reply with a tailored suggestion for mild ratios and timing. Before we finish, we add a short troubleshooting appendix for common hiccups. If a tea tastes flat, lower the water temperature and extend time by 1 minute next session. If a tea tastes too sharp, cut the amount in half and add a thin slice of citrus peel for aroma. If you feel wired, eliminate afternoon caffeine and move the ritual to a chair not associated with work. If you have seasonal allergies, keep windows closed during high pollen hours and choose the steam bowl distance method or the photo ritual instead of direct floral contact. If your notebook shows no benefit after a week, skip the beverage and keep only breath and light changes. We close with gratitude and a return to the core question. Do flower teas really work? They can support sleep and mood when they sit inside a modest routine built on breathing, light, timing, and respect for limits. They work when you set them down easily on nights that do not need them and pick them up without guilt on nights that do. They work when you stop asking them to be medicine and start asking them to be a quiet way to pay attention. Thank you for spending this time with me in episode 3 of season 1. If this helped you, like the video, share it with one friend who loves gentle rituals, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you do not miss episode 4, the 7-night sleep scent test. I will see you there. Breathe gently, move slowly, keep doses small. Honor your limits.